Okay. Could you tell me what would happen to the Earth if we didn't have the moon, and how important is the moon to the Earth?
Yes, of course. The moon is very important. We have a actually life form today on Earth because of the moon, help of the moon. The moon is very important. You know what exactly how important it is the moon. Now let's take a look the Mars again. You know, I explained one of the video clips. You know, the Mars has the highest volcanoes. Why do you think is it? Because the Mars doesn't have a satellite planet to pull the crust off for the inner core, relieve the all that pressure from inside, all that lava to come to the surface. And actually the planet did whatever it could, you know, to relieve itself. That's how whatever the volcano was, you know, they grew that large. And when the planet didn't have any more strength, it actually died off and lost all the everything right out of it. You know, that's why you can see all the waters. Which one again? You see the magnetic flux. It doesn't just hold back, you know, all the radiation from the sun, but it also holds all the liquids, everything within inner space. But when you lose the magnetic flux, you lose everything. This is the reason why there's not much water left. You know, whatever the ground absorbed, it went into the ground. But whatever you know ground couldn't hold, you know, it went into the outer space. And that I can explain, you know, why, you know, it's still, you know, some water over there to begin with. Now you compare to the moon. Let's take our moon. If you see the moon has very small volcano, I mean our moon had a exactly similar weather pattern like the Earth. And you know, because why do I think like that? The first one, you know, just recently scientists they found there were water inside the volcano, crater inside the volcano. I mean that moon had an exactly similar pattern, but very short period of time. But what has the moon today? Nothing. It's desert from one end to another. Yeah, I had no atmosphere. I mean, think about this. You know what is coming to us if we lose the magnetic flux, you know, over the Earth. This is what is coming to us. Okay, now let's see, you know, how important it is the moon for us. Imagine all those earthquakes, you know, and the volcano eruptions we have. And thankful to the moon we have all that, because constantly moon has enough strength. Imagine, you know, create, you know, all the pull the waters, you know, the oceans, you know, when the moon toward China, you can see the water is rising over there, and where it come toward the United States, the water is rising here. It still has enough strength to pull the moon, you know, the crust, you know, and allow our Earth, you know, relieve all that the gases and all the lava from inside, and keep the inner core healthy, not to kill the inner core. And imagine that, you know, how important it is the moon. It played the big role. That's the reason why we have life form, because the Earth was able to survive so long until, you know, we became who we are today. And not because, you know, you see somehow somebody, you know, says the magic word and we appear here, but because it took millions of years. The life form, it adapt the changes slowly, slow paces, and doesn't adapt, you know, fast, change in a fast pace. That's why, you know, so many small creatures they end up extinguishing, because, you know, they don't have ability to adapt the weather changes the way how fast it's coming to us right now. And I don't want you to be surprised, you know, why we're losing so many creatures, you know, around the globe, you know, because the way, you know, we manipulating our weather pattern, you know, it affecting everybody. It's everybody. Whoever small, you know, they can survive. They can die off completely, and obviously one time, and once it's gonna reach to us, it will come that point and will reach to us. You know, there for some apparent reason, you know, people think you see this crude oil we have. You see, the fossil fuel, that's the only thing we can survive. That's not true. You know, there is a very smart man lived, you know, back in 30s. His name is Nikola Tesla. He was able to run a car, you know, in that gravity force for 2 weeks. Imagine that. We have energy already within us and exist, you know, we can use that at unlimited energy, and we can be in harmony with this nature. We don't have to use the fossil fuel. That's true, we need the fossil fuel. you know, because nowadays, you know, you see, for use within our in industry, within homes, you know, we need the fossil fuel. But it doesn't mean we have to burn the fossil fuel to move from place to place. And that's the fact. And again, the moon, it played the big role to existence of the human life on Earth. And the way you see now, slowly, that's true, it's losing the strength. But the moon still has enough strength to do what he's doing and what he was doing in the past, and is still doing it today. And thankfully, again, I said the moon, because of the moon, we have a life form. That's why you see that the planet Venus doesn't have a life, and planet Mars doesn't have any longer life over there either. And you can see the reason why, because of our satellite planet, which one we call moon.